Well, thank you, folks, and a great big howdy to everybody. Of course, that's the old East Virginia blues, and we got our East Virginia gal, K-Bob, singing that one for you. She says Northern Virginia, but I don't know much about direction, or I wouldn't be where I am today. Here's one called The Blue Ridge. This song was written by Jonathan Edwards, and it features the girl. Are you ready?
I am.
1, 2, 10.
Why
thank you. We're going to do a rare Earl Scruggs vocal number here. Earl didn't sing it, but he took the credit on writing this one, didn't he, Rondo?
That's true.
One called Somehow Tonight I Feel Lonesome, My Darling. tune I first heard over to the mighty Carolina Opry, K-Bob. Do you know which one it is?
I do.
Do you, Ron?
I think I do, yeah.
Well, we all know it, so we're going to play it. It's called Sled Riding. Well, I can't say enough about this studio audience. There's only 2 people sitting over here, and they're clapping like 102. I'll tell you what, it's the world's greatest. We got a lot of distinguished characters in our audience today. As a matter of fact, the sheriff stopped by a little earlier, but luckily we were able to get them cleared long enough to stay here for the rest of the show taping, so we'll have the audience for the rest of the taping. We appreciate them being here. Appreciate that a bunch. And this is my mom's favorite. It's called Dancing with the Angels. So, K-Bob, if you'll hit the big wide strum, pal, we'll do her. Dancing with the angels. Crossroads, the angels are calling just like old Daniel in the lion's den. The door will be open and the feast spread out before you. Dancing with the angels while the lions roar. Dancing with the angels while the lions roar. One, two, da do, da do. This is the Strictly Clean and Decent Diet. It's one called Whiskey for Breakfast, and we owe it all to Mike Cross. It was early one morning when the sun didn't shine. I was walking down the street, not feeling too fine. I passed two old men with a bottle between them. This is a song I heard them singing. Lord preserve us and protect us. We've been drinking whiskey for breakfast. Well, I stopped by the steps where they were sitting, and I couldn't believe how drunk they were getting. I said, "Old man, you've been drinking long." They said, "Long enough to start singing this song." Lord preserve us and protect us. We've been drinking whiskey for breakfast. there was three of us sitting there singing that too. Lord preserve us and protect us. We've been drinking whiskey for breakfast. Well, one by one, everybody in town heard our ruckus and they all came down. Pretty soon all the streets were ringing, sound of the whole town laughing and singing. Lord preserve us and protect us. We've been drinking whiskey for breakfast. All right. Are you ready, K-Bub? Yeah, we are. Leaves are falling and turning in showers of gold as the postman climbs up our long hill, and there's sympathy written all over his face as he hands me a couple more bills. Who will watch the home place? Who will tend my heart's dear space? Who will fill my empty place when I am gone from here? There's a lovely green nook by a clear running stream. It was my place when I was quite small, and its creatures and sounds could soothe my worst pain, but today they don't ease me at all. Who will watch the home place? Who will tend my heart's dear space? Who will fill my empty place when I am gone from here? empty space. Who will fill my empty place when I am gone from here? I was born in Louisiana, down on the old bayou. I was raised on shrimps and catfish and my mammy's good gumbo. I caught that rambling fever, I said goodbye to Ma and Pa. I looked across that old Red River, this is what I saw. I saw miles and miles of Texas, all the stars up in the sky. I saw miles and miles of Texas, I'm gonna live here till I die. They let me off in Texas, it's the cradle of the West. You just ask any cowboy, man, he'll tell you it's the best. I met a Texas beauty, I got friendly with her paw. I looked into her big blue eyes, and this is what I saw. I saw miles and miles of Texas, all the stars up in the sky. I saw miles and miles of Texas, I'm gonna live here till I die. Come on, big boy. I started taming broncos, I made every rodeo. I met up with a bad one, now they called him Devil Joe. I took myself a notion, I tried to ride that old outlaw. He threw me from the saddle, man, and this is what I saw. I saw miles and miles of Texas, all the stars up in the sky. I saw miles and miles of Texas, I'm gonna live here till I die. I'm gonna live here till I die. What you got there, choo-choo? Is that what it is? Aha! While we're in a Bob Wills mood, we're going to lay another one on you here. This one's called the old Choo Choo Chaboogie. Not to be confused with the Boogie Man, K-Bob. A 1, 2, 99.
Well, I'm headed for the station with the pack on my back. I'm tired of transportation in the back of a hack. I love to hear the rhythm of the clickety-clack and hear the lonesome whistle, see the smoke from the stack, and pal around with Democratic fellas named Max. So take me right back to the track, Jack. Choo-choo, choo-choo, chaboogie, woo-woo, woo-woo, chaboogie, choo-choo, choo-choo, chaboogie. Take me right back to the track, Jack. I need some compensation to get back in the black. I take them on a paper from the top of the rack and read the situation from the front to the back. The only job that's open takes a gal with a knack, so put her right back on the rack, Jack. Choo-choo, choo-choo, chaboogie, woo-woo, woo-woo, chaboogie, choo-choo, choo choo boogie, take me right back to the track, Jack. But when I hear the whistle, I can peek through the crack and watch the train a-rolling while she's bowling the jack. You know I love the rhythm of the clickety-clack, so take me right back to the track, Jack. Choo-choo, choo-choo, cha-boogie, woo-woo, woo-woo, cha-boogie, choo-choo, choo-choo, cha-boogie, take me right back to the track, Jack. Right back to the track, Jack. This song's from a musical from 1927. The musical is Showboat, which is best known for the song Old Man River. But this is a love song called Bill. I used to dream that I would discover the perfect lover someday. I knew I'd recognize him if ever he came round my way. I always used to fancy then he'd be one of those godlike kind of men, with a giant brain and a noble head, like the heroes bold in the books I'd read. But along came Bill, who's not that type at all. You'd meet him on the street, I never notice him. His form and face, his manly grace are not the kind that you would find in a statue, but I can't explain. It's surely not his brain that makes me thrill. I love him because he's wonderful, because he's just my Bill. Don't play golf or tennis or polo or sing a solo, no. He isn't half as handsome as dozens of men that I've known. He isn't tall or straight or slim, and he dresses far worse than Ted and Jim. but I can't explain why he should be just the one man in this world for me. He's just my Bill, an ordinary boy. He hasn't got a thing that I can brag about, but yet to be upon his knee, so comfy and roomy, seems natural to me, and I can't explain. It's surely not his brain that makes me thrill. I love him because he's, I don't know, because he's just my Bill. I fall to pieces each time I see you again. I fall to pieces. Why can't I be just your friend? You want me to act like we'd never kissed. You want me to forget, pretend we never met. Well, I've tried and I've tried, but I haven't yet. You walk by and I fall to pieces. I go out walking after midnight, out in the moonlight, just like we used to do. I'm always walking after midnight, searching for you. I stopped to see a weeping willow crying on his pillow, and maybe he's crying for me. And as the skies turn gloomy, the night winds whisper to me, I'm lonesome as I could be. I go out walking after midnight, out in the moonlight, just hoping I will find you out there walking after midnight, searching for me. I'm back in baby's arms, how I miss those loving arms. I'm back where I belong, back in baby's arms. Don't know why we quarreled, we never did before. Since I found out how it hurts, I know we'll never quarrel anymore. I'm back in baby's arms, how I miss those loving arms. I'm back where I belong, back in baby's arms. feeling so lonely. I'm crazy, crazy for feeling so blue. I knew you'd love me as long as you wanted, and then someday you'd leave me for somebody new. Worry, why do I let myself worry? Wondering what in this world should I do? And I'm crazy for thinking that my love could hold you. I'm crazy for trying, and I'm crazy for crying, and I'm crazy for loving you. Crazy for thinking that my love could hold you. I'm crazy for trying, and I'm crazy for crying, and I'm crazy for loving
Well, this next tune, it's not on our website. What is on our website? We'd like to mention to everybody that Strictly Clean and Decent has been in the music business in Caldwell County since 1988. And before that time, there's two counties that claim Strictly Clean and Decent. Caldwell County claims we're from Burke County, and Burke County claims we're from Caldwell, because we do have folks from both counties in the band. And we do have a lot of product. We've been really busy these last few years recording a lot of CDs, and those CDs are available at the Caldwell Arts Council as well as on our website, that's hard for me to say, Rondo, I barely got it out, strictlycleananddecent.com. And CDs are always good for any holiday, any gift-giving season. And all of our CDs have a money-back guarantee. We guarantee if you buy a Strictly Clean and Decent CD, you will not get your money back. So that's part of the deal. And so we want to thank the Caldwell Arts Council as well. Speaking of the Arts Council, they do a lot for Strictly Clean and Decent music here in Caldwell County. We really appreciate it. This next tune is a Bob McDill tune, and it's our favorite song of the month. It's the song for the month of March. It's one entitled Good Old Boys Like Me. 1, 2, 3, 4. I was a kid, Uncle Remus, he put me to bed. A picture of Stonewall Jackson above my head. Then Daddy came afraid if you're washed in the blood like I was. The smell of Cape Jasmine through the window screen. John R. and the Wolfman kept me company by the light of the radio by my bed. Thomas Wolfe whispering in my head. I can still hear the soft southern wind in the live oak trees. Those Williams boys, they still mean a lot to me. Hank in Tennessee, yes, we're all gonna be what we're gonna be. What do you do with good old boys like me? When I was in school, I ran with a kid down the street, but I watched him burn himself up on bourbon and speed. I was smarter than most, and I could choose. Learn to talk like the man on the 6 o'clock news. When I was 18, Lord, I hit the road. Guess it doesn't matter just how far I go. I can still hear the soft southern wind in the live oak trees. Those Williams boys, they still mean a lot to me. Hank in Tennessee, I guess we're all gonna be what we're gonna be. So what do you do with good old boys like me? It's a Jim Croce song, one entitled Age. 1, 2, 10. Been up and down and around and back again. Been so many places I don't remember where or when. My only boss was a clock on the wall and my only friend never really was a friend at all. And I've traded love for pennies, sold my soul for less, lost my deals in that long tunnel of time. Been turned inside out and around about and back, and then, you know, found myself right back where I started again. Once I had $1 million, now I've only got a dime. The difference don't seem quite as bad today. With a nickel or $1 million, I'm still searching all the time. Something that I've never had or left behind. And I've traded love for pennies, sold my soul for less, lost my deals in that long tunnel of time. Been turned inside out and around about and back, and then, you know, found myself right back where I started again. I'm in my second circle and I'm heading for the top. I've learned a lot of things along the way. Be careful while you're climbing, cause it hurts a lot to drop. When you're down, nobody nobody gives a damn anyway. And I've traded love for pennies, sold my soul for less, lost my deals in that long tunnel of time. Been turned inside out and around about and back and then found myself right back where I started again. I have been inside out and around about and back and then found myself right back where I started again. Here's one called Oh Me, Oh My, way downtown and messing around. K-Bob, are you ready for this? With his new shoes on, said, Willie, don't you rap no more. Oh me, oh my, what's gonna become of me? Been downtown fooling around, ain't no one to cry for me. At my sweet Sally's house, just sitting in her big armchair. Got one arm around my old guitar, got the other arm around my gal. Oh me, oh my, what's gonna become of me? Been downtown fooling around, ain't no one to cry for. All that I crave. I ain't brought nothing with me into this old world. I'm gonna take nothing to my grave. Oh me, oh my, what's gonna become of me? Been downtown fooling around, ain't no one to cry for me. West Virginia, I like the hills of Tennessee. North, south, east, or west, it's home, sweet home to me. Oh me, oh my, what's gonna become of me? Been downtown fooling around, ain't no one to cry for me.
The song is an old Irish tune, and it dates from the sentimental period in the mid-1800s of parting and separation. And when I heard it, I thought, that's the saddest thing I've ever heard. I've got to do that. So, When You and I Were Young, Maggie. The violet trumpets were scenting the wood, Maggie, conveying their charms to the breeze. When I first said I loved only you, Maggie, and you said you loved only me, the birds in the trees sang a song, Maggie. The robin sang loud from the trees. When I first said I loved only you, Maggie, and you said you loved only me. A golden row of daffodils bloom,
It's a Richard Thompson tune, and it's one we've been having a lot of fun with. It tells a great story. It's about a man in love with a woman and a motorcycle. Okay, Bob. Said Red Molly to James, that's a fine motorbike. You know, a girl could feel special on any such a life. Said James to Red Molly, my hat's off to you. It's a Vincent Black Lightning, it's a 1952. And I've seen you on corners and cafes it seems. Red hair and black leather, my favorite color scheme. And he pulled around behind and down to Knoxville they did ride. Said James to Red Molly, here's a ring for your right hand, but I'll tell you in earnest, I'm a dangerous man. I've fought with the law since I was 17, and I robbed many a man for my Vincent machine. Well, now I'm 21 years and I might make 22, and I wouldn't mind dying but for the love of you. And if fate should break my stride, I'll give you my Vincent to ride. Come down, Red Molly, call Sergeant McQuaid. They've taken young James 80 for armed robbery. Shotgun blast to the chest, left nothing inside. Come down, Red Molly, to his dying bedside. When she got to the hospital, there wasn't much left. He was running out of road, he was running out of breath. But he smiled to see her cry. He said, I'll give you my Vincent to ride. Said James, in my opinion, there's nothing in this world beats a 52 Black Lightning and a red-headed girl. Those Nortons and Indians and Greaveses won't do. Oh, they ain't got the soul of that Vincent 52. And he reached for her hand and he slipped her the key. Said, I don't have any further